Green Man! 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 Holy YouTube video, Green Man!
Okay, so here's another box. Another day, another box. Let's do this thing. Alright, there's a bit of paper on top here. It says Avengers and Spider-Man. Ooh. So my oldest Avengers aren't that old. 1977, it's not too bad. Number 167 of the Avengers there. 182. Remember that one well. Ah yeah, 195. I remember that one pretty well as well. That's a pretty good one. I enjoyed that one. Is that the one with the first cameo of the Taskmaster? Can't remember now. There he is. The first appearance of the Taskmaster. Not in tip-top condition. My ears have got a bit funny. I've been fighting off this cold for ages. I thought he was on the way out, and I woke up this morning, my ears are all cloggy. Right, now I haven't got the next one. I thought I had the one after that as well, with the first full appearance of the Taskmaster, but it doesn't seem that I do. What a pain. I'll go straight to 222 after that. Versus the Masters of Evil. It's annoying because that cover for that, I think is the first full appearance of the Taskmaster, is really familiar to me. I thought I had that, but apparently not. 243. Right. Unfortunately with these, they're bagged up slightly, but they're all facing the same way. I'm not topping and tailing them, so they don't get so much, because when you've got all the spines on the same side, it gives a bit of pressure along the spine edge. So it's always better to go, I always do up and down, all the way across. Some people do them backwards and forwards, but I do up and down. Same difference. Yeah, but because they've all been facing the same way, this look a little bit more spine rolly than they might have been if I'd put them in, up and down. 263. 264. Wasp versus Yellow Jacket. And now the all new Yellow Jacket. She was a villainess, of course. The Black Knight, the Wasp and Paladin versus Grey Gargoyle, Yellow Jacket and Screaming Mimi. 273. 274. 275. The Absorbing Man has gone toe-to-toe with Thor. Titania has held her own against the She-Hulk. And now Ant-Man and the Wasp are going to stop them. Got their work cut out for them for sure. Masters of Evil, beware! They're not called the Avengers for nothing. In final battle. And there we got that one as well. Who will lead the Avengers? To serve no more. Yeah, that's when he got beaten up by the Masters of Evil, wasn't it? Oh, poor old Jarvis. They treated him terribly. What do you expect from a group calling themselves the Masters of Evil, though? I mean, come on. They're not the masters of treating people with respect and nicely. They're the Masters of Evil. 288. 289. We're in 1987 now. No, 88, sorry. 1988, yeah, that first one was 87, so this one's 88. Edwin Jarvis, the last Avenger. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and the Captain versus the Orphan Maker. And then number 300, 64-page spectacular, presenting the new team. Gilgamesh the Forgotten One. Well, I must say, he lives up to his name, because I'd certainly forgotten him. 2 members of the Fantastic Four on the roster there as well. Into the lair of the brain leeches. Oh, I'm missing part 2 of that. Well, maybe it's in a... No, actually. No, 302, yes, I'm missing part 2. Urgh. Attack of the Lava Men. They're hot stuff. 306. To crush an Eternal. Oh, was that Gilgamesh one of the Eternals as well? Could well be, yeah, the life of an Eternal hangs by a thread. And only one being on Earth has the power to save Gilgamesh. Into the negative zone. The triumph of Blaster. He blasts people. What should we call him? I don't know. How about Blaster? Yeah, that'll do. That was a last meeting they had. That was just before the Friday evening, just before going home time. The team got together who were writing that comic, and they said, right, we've got this villain. He blasts people. What should we call him? Someone said Blaster, and they went, oh yeah, that'll do. Let's all go home. That's how Blaster got named, I'm sure. Nebula Triumphant. The Crossing Line. Part 1, Part 2. Vengeance. And they're going bi-monthly now, early August and late August. Guest starring Alpha Flight. Four of 6 of the Crossing Line story. That can't be right. The last one said part 4 of 6. 322 said part 4 of 6. That's a bit of a mistake. That should be part 5 of 6. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if that happened on every... It must have happened on every single issue, mustn't it? I don't suppose there's any value in that saying the wrong number on there. And then it goes to part 6 of 6, which is correct. Alright. 325 is missing. Right. 327. 326, 327 there. It's annoying when ones are not there and they should be there. Okay, Rage. The origin of the man called Rage. He was like a new Cage, basically. Rage was pretty much like Cage. But I think he was a bit stronger, to be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to announce a new team of Avengers. Well, this is interesting. Avengers versus the Tetrarchs of Entropy. Wow, that's a memorable name, isn't it? The Tetrarchs of Entropy. Sounds like a groovy prog metal band. No, prog rock band, actually. I can imagine the Tetrarchs of Entropy touring with Yes. One touch and Doctor Doom blows sky high. Nobody told that to Rage. Fane Ector. The Collection Obsession is the storyline. Double Disaster. Blasted by the Brethren. At last, the true enemy revealed. In the clutches of the Collector. Cat, I think we have a small problem. The Sons of the Serpent. Oh, hate. Is that the hate monger or something like that? It's not the purple man, is it? I don't think so, because this guy just controls emotions. Sure, something like hate monger or something like that. I think his name is. Duel of the Dark Knights. Swordsman's been dead for years, but he comes back every time there's a blinking opportunity for him to come back as a villain to face off against the Avengers. They bring him back. Oh, these are out of order. Never mind. That one's out of order particularly. It can't be. You're dead. Yeah, that's a swordsman. Right, then he's battling the swordsman. Then they're doing Operation Galactic Storm Part 5. When Deathbird strikes, the Kree shall fall. The Shi'ar versus the Kree in this war by the looks of it. 347. Not even the Avengers can stop the death of a galaxy. 348. 349. A god gone mad. And there's a bumper size 350. The Avengers versus the Starjammers. And there's Professor X of the X-Men as well, because his dad is the leader of the Starjammers. It's Corsair, isn't it? $351. 352. Die, Avengers, die! 353. Fear the Reaper. Welcome to our feast of death. Come, the Gatherers. Led by the swordsman, who's dead. They've resurrected him somehow. Is he properly resurrected in this team? Death in a gathering place. Or is he time displaced or something like that? No, I was sure I had the cover where he comes back as the white looking Vision, you know, with a parody of the original time that he showed up. I thought I had that, but maybe it was from the West Coast Avengers run, but I don't remember seeing it when I went for my West Coast Avengers. 359. To save a world, one shall fall. And there's a alternate visions, embossed gold looking 360, beginning the 30th anniversary celebration of the Avengers. Is it 93? I don't know. No, yeah, 93, yeah. Prophecies of Doom. A vision revealed. Okay. Another fancy smancy silver cover here. Yeah, you can see the embossed. It's Black Knight attacking Captain America. Dissension in the ranks. It looks like. Now I'm missing that 364. So annoying. There's bloody little one here missing, one there missing. Really gets my goat. And then I've got a gold one. Retribution. It's the thing with these embossed ones. You can hardly make out who the people are. That looks more like Rogue from the X-Men. Or Phoenix from the X-Men. I don't know who that is. We've got Black Knight there. Some dude there, he looks like one of Rob Liefeld's Wet Dreams. There's a woman here, but that's probably Black Widow. I don't know. Don't know how half those people are. Right. Yeah, they look smart, those covers, but they're not really assisting you with, seeing who you're looking at. 368, Reckoning. Another one of those fancy schmancy covers. 369. Is that Quicksilver? And what's her face? The Inhuman. Crystal. I'm not sure who they're facing off against. Enter the realm of the deviants. 371. There's that dude I couldn't recognise. I don't see. Maybe that's Gilgamesh. I don't know. Who knows? It's a very. If that's the Avengers, they're not a very recognisable team. I'm assuming that's Crystal. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. think she might have been like not the Enchantress, but some kind of magic using, manipulating thing like Cersei or something. I don't know. I've got a feeling she might have been a bad guy at one point. Not too sure. The truth revealed. Perhaps she's being a bad guy again. Death of an Inhuman? Question mark. Hello. She's got no kit on, that woman. Just, or is it a statue? Right, near the end of my a 4-part. So that's the end of my Avengers run then. As that was around the time I didn't start. I don't know, the new art wasn't appealing to me. Maybe the new paper stock, I'm not too sure. Just the stories themselves stopped appealing to me. And yeah, I just went off of Marvel completely and went full on DC. So this is around, what's the year on this? Does it say? No, of course it doesn't, because Marvel are annoying like that. Mind you, DC have started doing that again now, not putting numbers on. Yeah, 93 these are. Right, the Terminatrix Objective 4-parter. And we have a giant-sized annual, number 16 from 1987. Another annual, number 23 from 1994. And lastly, a 1998 annual, starring the Avengers and Squadron Supreme. Right, from here on out, I think it's all going to be Spider-Man. So Marvel team up. Spider-Man and the Shroud, Master of Darkness. Spider-Man and the Falcon. Right, carrying on. I've had to disrupt this video because I had some workmen come over to do some jobs that needed to be done. And yeah, while they was sort of pottering around doing their things, I had to sort of give myself a spoiler by looking ahead in my collection. Because obviously this is my Spider-Man box. Now, when I started watching people's comic videos on YouTube, I saw them showing off the Amazing Spider-Man 300, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I've got that. And like, I hear people say, oh, that's worth a lot of money. I was like, oh, that's cool, I've got that. But, you know, I don't obviously wanted to confirm it, because I remember this when Venom first came along, and I was like 100% sure I had that one. And spoiler alert, I don't have that one. But we'll get to that. So I'm feeling a little bit cheesed off now. A comic that I was sure I had, I do not have. And also, I remember seeing some other comic covers and thinking, oh, I've got that one as well. But looking at these, what I do have is the Marvel Tales reprints of them. I don't have the originals, I have Marvel Tale reprints. So it's like, okay then, never mind. But yeah, these things happen, to be expected. Last week I found I had Alias #1, which was worth a few bob. I didn't remember having it, and I think it was actually given to me. I think someone gave that to me actually, in a big batch of other stuff. So you know, you win some, you lose some. Right, this one I knew I'd read this story already. This is this is a reprint. Of a reprint. One of my birthday books from 1969, September 1969, tells this story in a Spider-Man annual, or it's probably a Marvel Tales annual actually, and then this is a later reprint of that same reprint, if you know what I mean. For example, this one, I see this cover being banded around. I go, oh, I've seen that cover before. I know that cover. Oh, I think I must have that one. Then later on, when I found out what it was like from early 60s, I thought, oh no, I haven't got that one. I must have a reprint or something like that. Yeah, and so that is the case. I have a reprint. Showdown with the Steel Serpent. The Steel Serpent? Is that not Iron Fist then? Is it a villainous Iron Fist, or is the Steel Serpent another name for another pseudonym of Iron Fist? This next one was another one I've seen people showing off, and I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, I've got that one, that's cool. But no, I don't. I have the reprint of that one. Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man. I think they first got together in Marvel Team Up, which I don't have that one. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, but I can't understand that, because it makes me think now. When I saw that Marvel 300 cover, the Amazing Spider-Man 300 cover for the first time on YouTube, when I first started checking out other people's videos, you know, because I was always lived in a comic collecting bubble, really. I collected my comics on my own. I had one mate who was into them a long time ago, and that's it, practically. So when I first started watching videos a couple of months back, and I saw that 300 for the first time, I was like, oh yeah, I know that one. So convinced that I had it, because it just was so familiar. So I'm thinking to myself, I must have maybe seen it out in the wild, like umpteen times. Or, you know, I never bothered to pick it up, because obviously I thought I already had it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to cry. No, I'm not going to cry. It just sounds like my voice is breaking up because I've still got that bloody cold. I'm actually filming this, it's about the 5th of December now, and this isn't going out till the end of February, I think. I'm so far ahead, I just want to get because I'm moving around all my long boxes, and basically, because they're sort of piled one on top of each other, I need to get them all done. I can't sort of take one off the pile, then put it back on the pile, because I need the ones that are underneath it. So I'm kind of moving them from one place to another. At the moment, my bedroom looks like a long box. It's kind of like it's a it's a long box jungle. I have to walk through a long box maze to get to my bed. And I actually, since I was a kid, I've slept in bunk beds, because there was like 4 of us in our family. I always used to share a bunk bed with my little brother Stuart, and I still have a bunk bed now. But I used to always sleep on the top bunk, but I haven't slept on the top bunk for ages now. But I used to be top bunk boy, but now I'm bottom bunk. I've got like a double bed at the bottom and like a single bed at the top. And the single bed is covered in long boxes at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, so I've still got this cold, and it's actually spreading to my ears now. My left ear is feeling bloody blocked, which is annoying. Big jump in Marvel Towers, goes from 240 to 266. I don't think I had a proper run of it anyway. Oh look, the saga of Venom's alien costume begins. I've got a reprint, does that count for anything? Hey, maybe, it's just possible, perhaps I've put Amazing Spider-Man in one of the other ones. Maybe I've actually put it in the Web of Spider-Man or something like that, by some amazingly serendipitous accident that will leave me laughing, but I don't think so. Right, Web of Spider-Man. No, should have had the forethought to go back and buy the ones I was missing of this, shouldn't I? But yeah, back in them days, I didn't really think about buying old, you know, or collecting necessarily full runs. I just bought what came out that month. Right, so I started with number 8 of Web of Spider-Man, then went straight to number 17, 19, introducing Humbug. Bah, Humbug. That's what I'm feeling right now. Alright, the 25th anniversary cover. 25th anniversary of Marvel Comics. Is that including Timely in that, or is it just when it became Marvel that's talking about? Spider-Man is fighting Spider-Man. Slip sliding away. I'm pretty sure I've got the early, you know, some of these ones are worth money. We've got the early Todd McFarlane somewhere amongst these runs, haven't we? And there's a few like second appearances of Venom and that kind of thing. It doesn't have quite the same frisson as the first appearance of Venom, does it? Oh yeah, I also kind of thought I might have had the first appearance of the black costume, but I think that was like Marvel Tales 252 or something. I didn't have that one. Yes. That's not Craven the Hunter storyline, is it, that one? Not too sure. This one, I think, is some kind of key. Is this it would be the first appearance of Eddie Brock or something like that, would it? Not too sure. I just remember seeing someone, I'm sure I remember seeing someone talking about that one on a video just recently. Just a minor key. There's a big jump there as well. 39 goes straight to 46. Yeah, that 300 not being there, it makes me want to go back to the old comic shop guy. the old guy who used to sell me my comics back in the day, and with a baseball bat, and introduce his legs to a baseball bat. I got 50. I got number 50 of Web of Spider-Man. Is that worth lots of money? I don't think it is. It's got a similar cover. It's got 50s and it's on black instead of red or whatever it is on this. On the yeah. Shut up about it now. You're boring me. Right, 53. Kind of wish I hadn't given myself spoilers now. Actually, it would have been. I think it would have been more amusing for you guys for me to be working towards the 300, saying, "Oh yeah, here comes the 300, here comes the 300," then to see my reaction when I got to 299 and found it was immediately followed by 301. I think that would have not necessarily provided amusement. Depends on your attitude, really. It may well have amused you to hear me crying and wailing and gnashing my teeth. Alright. Sucked in by the skinhead. This one I've seen showing up a few times. I don't think it's of any major importance at all. I'm not sure if there's any kind of appearance in that which is considered of interest. The Cosmic Powered Spider-Man. Yeah. Ah. That's just the new Spider-Man one, isn't it? It was just called Spider-Man. I haven't got number one of that either. I started with number 18 when this was the period when I was collecting all the Spider-Man comics. How the hell have I managed that? Ah, that's another key I've managed to not have. Oh my giddy aunt. There's a whole 18 months I wasn't collecting of that one. What the hell? So that's a few other key comics then that I thought I had that I don't have. Yeah, I think there's like a... That's really weird. I really... remember the covers. I'm sure there's one like where he's like posing with Captain America. Like maybe on number one of this. And I was sure I had that. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I've got that one. And yeah, spoiler alert, I don't. That's really weird. Why would I start with number 18 in the period when I was collecting all the Spider-Man comics? Right, and then number 25 is missing. I bet number 25 is a really important key. Spider-Man 25 is the first appearance of, I don't bloody know. I haven't got it anyway, so it makes no difference. 26, 27, 28, 29. Oh, and then it jumps straight to 59. Okay, because why not? It must have been when I stopped collecting Spider-Man and Marvel comics as a whole. So not even a long box worth of Spider-Man comics, because the beginning of the box was Avengers. So it felt like a long time I was collecting them for, but then you come to look at them and it's like, oh, I didn't have quite as many as I thought I did. We're on Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man now. Some spine roll on a lot of these. Yeah, back in that day I didn't know about bagging and boarding. Jumped there to 108. Jumps there to 116. 117. Okay, 118 is missing. It's probably a really important key. Oh, this is annoying. It's like, then it goes to 122. So again, that's got to be my comic shop, not bloody well cutting the mustard. And me bloody just trusting them to bloody well be giving me my comics. That's the trouble. I never checked them. I just read them. That's part of the trouble of getting them monthly. It's like you'd kind of, especially I was getting so many as well, you kind of like lose track of the story. And when you started reading it, you think you sort of think, oh right, this must be correct because I vaguely remember this, and maybe I just forgotten this small element. But yeah, it turns out you didn't have the actual comics. Okay, 126, facing off against the Wrecker. 127, the Lizard's Revenge. 128. The Black Cat in her new costume. That costume didn't last long. Look at that costume. That's rubbish. I bet that lasted about 2 issues. Probably lasted 2 issues, and whenever Blinky come up with it, got sacked. Final showdown with the Foreigner. Number 130. Number 132. Oh, so yeah, okay. Part 6 of Ascendion. Is that the bloody Craven's Last Hunt story? I'm not too sure. 131's missing anyway. It's probably an important key. I am Spider. Sin Eater released. And I've been Spider-Man. Electro has finally won. Stand back, Spider-Man, or I'll shoot this kid. The Return of the Tarantula. At last, the sinister origin of the man called Tombstone. What is his strange connection to Joe Robertson? This issue tells all. Don't mess with the Punisher. Yep. Tombstone. Night of Madness. Spectacular Spider-Man 149. What about Carrion? Oh, these are the wrong way around. 148. Oh, 148. Night of the Living Ned. 149. If Gwen Stacy wasn't a clone, what about Carrion? And 150. Part of the Tombstone storyline. Oh, you know what? I've done these out of order. Oh, how annoying. Oh, actually, no, it's not quite so annoying, because that means that the Spider-Man I thought I started with number 18 is probably in these comics that fell over. Aha! That's more like it. That's a bit more pleasing. That's a bit more pleasing. That makes more sense, actually, because, yeah, I couldn't have bloody well missed the whole 17 issues of Spider-Man. Right, so what happened, in the long box, as I was going through it, I thought they were all standing up, and some of them had fallen over. So I missed out a good wedge of comics. So back to where Spider-Man was 61, 62, 65, because you still got to have gaps, you know. 66, 68. I think Tombstone gets extra powers there because he never used to be bulletproof, I don't think. 69, Hulk Smash. 70. Are you ready for Spider Hulk? 71. 72. Yeah, when was the first appearance of Silver Sable? I'm sure that came around this run of comics. I might have it, I might not. 74. The Avant-Garde Art Attack. 75. Face to Fist with Spark. A Kill Crazed Morlock. Number 78 is missing. 80. Number 81 is missing. So the last one was 82, and then we jumped to 85 because, yeah, you got to have gaps, haven't you? 86. Oh yeah, and then we jumped to 90. It's a pretty cover anyway. 91. God. Makes you wonder if books were specking back then and people and my comic shop was just giving my copies to other people, you know what I mean? You don't know, do you? Someone might have gone into the shop and said, hey, can I have that copy of 300? Oh no, I run out of it, but give us 20 quid and you can have it out of this bloke's long box. Anyway, so number 94 is missing. I'm not saying that's what happened, but you never know. Alright. Looks like I don't have them Spider-Man. I thought I had, because they're back to Spectacular Spider-Man again. And those first 17 of that Spider-Man run doesn't seem to be in there after all. Small spark of hope then that they were in there. And they're not in there. So, bah, I don't know. 154. 155. 156. 57. 158. This is it. Spidey goes cosmic. 159. 160. 61. 162. 163. 164. 165. The Arranger must die. The Lone Arranger. Spidey journeys to England only to face two fearsome new foes, Night and Fog. These deadly lads from Liverpool. I bet everyone speaks in a really corny English accent in these. Marvel would have probably worse than DC when it comes to everyone talking like bloody chimney, bloody Mary Poppins. Lord, lovey, Laura Mary Poppins. Yeah, that kind of thing. I can't think of a sentence. I can't even mock my own accent. I don't know. Call Lammy, Spider-Man. God bless you, sir. God bless you and your web-slinging ways. You've done us a right favour here by saving us from these baddies. Keep looking in the box as if I'm going to see those Spider-Men in there. But I'm not. Alright. Okay, still on Spectaculars. We jumped to 185. From 178 we jumped to 185. No, it's not. Oh, I thought I had the first appearance of Frogman then. Oh, what a pity. Of course, when I look at it though, the only blame for these missing comics can go down to me. I should have been checking them. Another one missing there. So, you know, when it comes down to it, it's all my fault. I should not have been so trusting of my comic shop. I should have realised to check them myself. There you go. 192. 193. The Death of Vermin, Part 1. Right. An annual, Spectacular Spider-Man number 13. Annual. We've got a few Spider-Man 2099 starting with 18. Alright. Just 18 and 19, those are all I've got of the new Spider-Man 2099. Right, my battery's running a bit low, so... Oh look! It's the first appearance of Morbius! Ignore that red corner where it says reprinting the first appearance of Morbius. This is the first appearance of Morbius! That's worth... Oh no, it's a reprint. that one, I think, is quite a nice one to have, but it's bad shape though. The spine is all kind of dinks and bloody messes on that. But yeah, never mind. 259, then it jumps to 270. Spider-Man, stop! You can't beat Firelord! Wanna bet? Slide. Where is Spider-Man? Your fate is sealed, Webslinger. Feel the wrath of the sinister syndicate. Another reason I'm in a rush is because I've bought a lot off eBay that's available for collection only. I've got like about 10 stops on the train to go and pick it up. The massive batch of Superman that I've won. To be honest, I didn't win it. I got a second chance on it because I think the person who must have won it, even the bloke was trying to, I don't know if he had a fake account and he was trying to push up the bloody, the bids. But I got a massive, like, 500 plus Superman ranging from like the, I don't know, mid-80s, I think, up to 2000s. A lot of, I mean, a few of them in there are going to be doubles, but then, and also, I mean, a lot of them won't be. A lot of them I know are new ones for me. So, and I've managed to pick them up for less than 30p each, which isn't bad. I mean, my doubles, hopefully I'll be able to sell them on for, I don't know, £1 maybe. My old, my ex-girlfriend, who I'm still very friends with, she's, you know, she's a good girl. She does like, not car boots, but like a church fete kind of thing. She sort of sells stuff there. And I might just join her next time she does it with a box of comics, sell them for a pound a pop. See if I can get any little kids interested in comics. So, buy 5, get 1 free or something like that. That's unless anybody in the... I keep saying I'm going to make videos of my doubles to see if anyone in the comics community wants to make an offer for any of them. Or even a trade. I'll be quite happy to... Right, Chance. Is that the first McFarlane? Oh yeah, we're counting up, aren't we? We're counting up to 300. Oh look, I've got 295, 296, 297, 298. Oh yeah. Look at all these lovely comics I've got. 298, 299. Is there another one behind it, maybe? No, there's not another one behind it. That's McFarlane as well, isn't it? And then it goes 300. There's a big, I don't know, £800 comic gap in my collection. There's like one that's probably worth $5 or something, one that's probably worth $2, and there's a big massive gap of $800 book in between those two. I'm not upset. No, I'm not upset. 302 is missing as well. These things are sent to try us. I say last week I managed to find Alias 1 in my collection that I didn't know that I had. Right, 304, 311, 312, 313, 314, 315. Just to rub salt in the wound. Venom is back. No, I wanted Venom is here for the first time, not Venom is back. Has Venom become kinder and gentler? No way! Yeah, these are quite collectible anyway. They're worth an awful lot. But the early McFarlane stuff is very popular. 320. 321. I'm not sure this is the first appearance of Paladin, maybe. It says Enter the Man Called Paladin. Is it maybe a first appearance? Not that it's worth a bean. 324. 325. The Assassination Plot. 326. 327. Yeah. Now who's the strongest one there is? Well, that must be Cosmic Spidey there. 329. 330. 331. I think like most people, Spider-Man was one of my first loves when it comes to superheroes. One of the most, the ones you saw around the most. You had the cartoon, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, that kind of thing. So yeah, and I picked up the UK style reprinted Spider-Man comics. I'm sure I had a few of those. I haven't got any of them anymore. I think they weren't very good, you know, they weren't very durable. But I must have read them, you know, previously. Because I was just, I don't know what memories like. But yeah, but anyway, so I started collecting Spider-Man eventually. When I started properly collecting, when a comic shop opened down the end of my road, and I started properly collecting the comics. And yeah, so I collected just not even the whole long box actually. But what happened, I just ended up getting tired of him. It just kind of felt like it was nothing but angst all the time. Angst, everything was, you know, a million things were going on at the same time. You know, he had like 10,000 troubles on his back every second of the day. It just seemed too overblown, and also nothing seemed to get resolved to me. Like plot lines would drag on seemingly forever, and I think in the end he just got a bit, I don't know, tiresome. I just started finding him a bit tiresome in the end. But then there was a whole kind of artistic style change. I don't quite know what it was, but when other books that I really loved were starting to get on my nerves, and you know I wasn't enjoying them, and that's when I became full DC. So 348 is missing, so that's probably another major key. I'm really boring now, aren't I? Right, 350, 351. Oh, then it jumped straight to 360. Yeah, just 9 issues missing. I just don't understand this. It's really weird. I know I was collecting a lot of comics at one point, but to not notice a whole 9 issue run not being there is just it's bizarre. Mind you, I don't know. What's it? This is 90s, early 90s. Was I out down the pub by this time? Getting pissed most nights, going to gigs and banging my head. Yeah, probably. I was probably too hungover and too head banging drunk to know what the hell was going on. So there's 3 missing there. 364. They go straight to 367. So there's 2 missing there, isn't there? 565, 66 are missing. Okay. That looks like blood on that one. On that, luckily it's on the cover. I don't know. Looks like blood on that one as well. It's definitely a red kind of stain at the bottom there, but that's only on the plastic. But yeah, bit mysterious. Oh, we're right near the end now. 371, and another jump to 376. This is so weird. Oh, and then another huge jump to 381. And 382. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that I'd stopped collecting at this point, and some of these ones where there's jumps are ones that I've picked up from other people. That's a possibility. That would make some kind of sense, probably. Right, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 28. And then a Marvel Select number 2. Marvel Selects Spider-Man 2. A monster called Mobius. Mobius? What's that Mobius for? He's not a strip, it's Morbius. Right, and then number 3 of Marvel Selects, and number 4 of Marvel Selects, and the very last thing in this box, this heartbreaking box, is the Deadly Foes of Spider-Man. Alone they were defeated, but now they've joined forces. It's a 4-parter. Is it the Sinister Six, but with a few more of them? No, it looks like there's just 6 of them. So yeah, just another Sinister Six, but a different lineup of the Sinister Six, a more modern-y kind of run of them, isn't it? I'm not even sure who that guy is. Is that Boomerang? No, that's Boomerang, because he's got a boomerang on his head. So you've got Shocker, Hydra Man, Boomerang, the Beetle, Rhino, another guy. Oh, is it Speed Demon? Yeah, I think it's Speed Demon. There you go. Quite a formidable force, but you know, Spider-Man's going to kick their bum, isn't he? Right, and that's it. That is the whole of that box. I'm off to pick up a massive batch of Superman that I picked up on eBay. The box is empty. Look, the box is totally empty. There is no Amazing Spider-Man 300 in there. And also that Spider-Man run. The first 17 issues of that Spider-Man run. Whack bang in the middle of when I was collecting all the Spider-Man titles. Like, I don't understand that. Anyway, it must have happened. The evidence is before me. Anyway, cheers for watching. Next week I'll be opening another box. Who knows, maybe Amazing Spider-Man 300 will be in there. I highly doubt it. But come back and check it out anyway and see what's in there, because it's exciting! Hey!